Hello, friends. Your old Uncle Andy here, the UC Panda himself, coming to you on May 28th with what we hope are some winning sports picks. We're going to run through the video real quickly here for you, so you will have time to get to the betting window. We're also pretty busy ourselves. We do have good old basketball practice tonight for the Cincy Cards, so we certainly can't be late for that. We don't want to miss it. And we are certain and hopeful that you have some fun things planned for yourself this evening. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Spring for me is a very busy time of the year. We're involved with track, we're involved with basketball. We have a yard to clean up. We shared on that video the other day, the pool and all the work that goes into that. Track is now concluded. Basketball is sort of in the process of winding down. We're ahead of the yard work, so probably going to start making videos a little bit more. A lot of people, me included, I did not used to bet a lot of baseball, but there is a lot of money to be made with baseball if you do it correctly. And doing it correctly is getting down into the props, finding teams at a short price, using your bonuses from these sports books to turn something that's maybe a minus 175, a minus 180 bet, get it a little bit closer to even money. You're not going to make money in baseball, as we've demonstrated, as we've discussed, by taking the Dodgers every night as a minus 350 favorite, taking the Cubs every night as a minus three something favorite, even laying the run line. The Cubs in this series, even though they've won a couple games against the lowly, terrible Colorado Rockies, they've not been covering the run lines. And the run lines for teams playing the Rockies haven't just been your traditional minus 1.5 runs. They've been minus 2.5. I've even seen some minus 3.5s out there. And you're still paying the juice on top of spotting another team 3 runs. So there's money to be made in baseball, but not that way. Go ahead and stick with us and keep following us over on Uncle Andy Sports on Twitter, and we will keep giving you the winners. Coming off a 3-1 night last night, made a little money. Didn't do so good Monday with our guest sports picker. That was my fault. Those were my picks, not hers. Nobody's fault, really, I guess. Um, just so happened that was one of the days that Charlie Morton didn't stink. Probably the only day this year Charlie Morton and the Orioles didn't stink. So it's just our luck that happened. Got most of the money back last night, so we'll call it even and move on. Tonight, I do like the Thunder and I like the Florida Panthers both to close out their series. Decided to combine the two, maybe for a good Squaresville plus 141 parlay. Love the Oilers tomorrow night to go ahead and finish their series out with the Stars. And some people might say, well, why are you betting that if it's not going to be played till tomorrow evening? Well, in my opinion, the price on the Oilers, I, I wasn't going to get as good a price on the Oilers tomorrow as I am today. Now that remains to be seen. That's just my opinion. But the betting public, I think, is going to be behind the Oilers. The betting public is not thinking about tomorrow night what's going on. This isn't the NFL where people are looking a week ahead. People have already got their bets in for week one of the NFL, but people in terms of hockey, baseball especially, maybe even NBA, maybe not quite as much. They're not thinking about what's going on tomorrow. They're looking at what's going on tonight with the Thunder. They didn't click ahead on the Yahoo Sports button for the May 29th tilt. They're just looking at tonight. So go ahead and take the Oilers tonight. We will go ahead and do a no run in the first inning with the Giants and the Tigers. It's getaway day up there in Detroit. A couple of good pitchers going. Maybe not the best weather up in Detroit. So we're going to go ahead and take the no run in the first inning. That's a decent price on that. If you want to take the under in that game, I think that's also a pretty good idea. I'm going to do a parlay of no run in the first inning with the Reds and the Royals and the Jays and the Rangers. The Rangers offense has been terrible this year, despite hitting it and playing down in Texas in that bandbox stadium. They couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat. A couple of good pitchers going tonight in the Jays and Rangers. And I should say it's actually a bullpen game for the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. They've got a pretty good bullpen. And we don't really need the whole game to stay under. We just need no runs scored in the first inning, and I like that bet. Same thing in the Reds and the Royals. The Royals got a pretty good pitcher going. Hunter Green usually, when he starts for the Reds, he comes out on fire. I just don't see any runs in the first inning there either. So I combine them for a 2-to-1 payout. And let's just hope the bats stay cold in both those games at the onset. Flip the coin around. We do have the Nats and Mariners. I have a yes run in the first inning. A very rare bet for me. Um, and I thought it was a pretty good price at minus 110. The Nats and the Mariners both have bad pitchers going. Mariners at home, pretty good offensive team. And if you look at the statistics for both these teams in terms of runs that they're either allowing or runs that they're scoring in the first inning, it's a good trend that there is going to be a run scored in the first frame. So we're going to go ahead and take that bet. And if we're wrong, we're wrong, but I do like that bet. Love the Phillies tonight. I did not like the price tag on the Phillies. Phillies all by themselves were a minus 150, probably up to a minus 160 in spots by now. So I do have a same game parlay of the Phillies. Two good pitchers going tonight with the Braves and the Phils, and I like it to stay under the 10.5 runs. I think you would be fine to go ahead and take it at the normal minus, I think it was -8, or I'm sorry, not eight. The total in that game, I think, was 8. I think you'd be fine to go ahead and take that and just keep it under 8. But I wanted to go ahead and get the Phillies involved here on the money line because I do think they're going to win the game, but I didn't want to pay that price outright. Not going to be shocked if the Phillies lose the game, but I do like the idea of a plus payout in a game I think that's going to go under, regardless of the outcome of who wins. I'm going to take Noah Cameron. He's pitching for the Royals tonight. I think the Reds bats, which have been cool. I know they've been hot the past few days, and the Reds have got a lot of hits, but Noah Cameron's a pretty good pitcher. It's getaway day, and the Reds' offense this year, looking at the whole big picture, has not been good. So I am going to go ahead and fade the Reds bats a little bit. Reds can still win the game. If the Reds win the game 1-0, that'd be a great thing. But I do think Noah Cameron is going to keep it under 2.5 runs. I think he's going to go over 4.5 strikeouts. Um, I think also Cameron is going to go probably 6 innings, in my opinion, at least 5 innings, depending on where you can find his over-under on outs recorded. Anything over 15, 15 and a half, that would be something to jump on. Even up to 17 and a half, I'd go ahead and jump on that. 18 and a half, now you're starting to push it a little bit. Now you're talking about 6 1/3 innings. This is 1989. You don't have Orel Hershiser and Ramon Martinez and David Cone out there. Pitchers don't go much past 6 innings anymore. So that's why I would caution anybody on an over outs prop of over 18, but I like it up to 16, 17. I like that. That's all for me tonight. Wanted to get through this as quickly as I could, get the bets out there to you. We hope everybody has a good evening. And if you tail us to the window, we will cash tickets together. Good night, everybody.